we were talking about Ben Johnson, just sparked another interesting conversation for us. He's going back to Detroit. He wants to win a Super Bowl there, and maybe he just wants to stay out of Washington. It's very possible, and try and get a job next season when some better openings will probably be available. But he's going back to this Detroit team, which just won the NFC North for the first time ever, won a division for the first time in 30 years. And the NFC North is actually a division now where the Packers, everything looks like it's on the up and up for them. The Bears have the number 1 pick in the draft and a great turnaround towards the end of the season. The Vikings, good coaching staff. Kirk Cousins maybe comes back. This division, which was pretty bad at the start of the season, is now looking like it could be competitive next year. So what I wanted to ask you guys is if you could pick to be, actually rank it for the next 5 years, if you were to be a fan.
So easy.
You think? If you could be a fan of one of these teams for the next 5 years, how would you rank it 1 to 4?
Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings. That's such an easy ranking to me.
Yeah,
I think the Lions are definitely the best team in the division. Young core. Hutchinson's a beast. He's 22 years old.
Would you pick the possibly the Packers over the Lions?
No, but the Packers are a clear cut 2 for me. Bears are 3, Vikings 4. That's super easy to me.
You're with him, Ziggy?
Close. For me, the Packers are at 1. They have the stronger, more exciting quarterback with more upside on that offense, I think. It could go either way. I think the Lions and the Packers are very close, but between the youth on the Packers, to me, is the tiebreaker. They've done more younger. Lions are the 2. Eventually, Ben Johnson's going to leave, but they got a great coach. They got a functional offense. They've got an up-and-up defense. The Bears have fresh, exciting young talent, and after next year, they'll have a fresh, exciting head coach. So that's exciting stuff. And then the Vikings. What's there to say?
One executive said it's insane how many holes the Vikings have. But let me ask you this. Imagine Kirk Cousins comes back next season. Is it that crazy to think Minnesota could win the division with Kirk Cousins?
No, next year, no.
I think all of these teams actually could be pretty good next year.
But at this point, how much longer is Cousins playing?
Yeah, the problem is you said 5. There's like a 30 to 40% chance I think Cousins comes back.
Sure.
But even if he does, he's 35. He's got 1 or 2 more years left in him, really. And then I think if you take out quarterback, we've got the worst roster.
Probably.
And then Kirk Cousins, you've only got him for a year or 2. It's not getting better from here.
Well, the way it works for the Vikings is you bring back Kirk and he's, could hopefully keep close to the level of play he had this year. And then you draft a young quarterback and sort of copy the Packers pattern, actually, and hope that whoever your dude is, whether it's Jaden Daniels, if they trade up, or Bo Nix, Michael Penix, whoever it is, can then step in.
Day 3 pick, Bo Nix.
But when you're talking about young talent on rookie contracts right now, the Vikings have Jordan Addison and Ivan Pace Jr., and that's it. Like that. The Lions have, holy crap, Aiden Hutchinson, Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brian Branch, and Laporta. And Green Bay, Quay Walker, Wyatt, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Lucas Van Ness, Jaden Reed. Those are 2 teams. I think they are the clear 1-2. But Chicago, there's a lot to be desired with Chicago right now.
Yeah, if Chicago, I would go out there and draft Marvin Harrison Jr. You got Fields, Harrison Jr., and DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Then you draft a lineman at 5 or 6, whenever they pick next.
So at 1, Ziggy, you had the Packers. You had the Lions, Jack. I'm with Ziggy, actually. I'd go Green Bay for the same exact reason.
The Lions, you don't. The franchise is cursed. They've had a great year, but there's so much bad juju still. The Packers, you just know, are going to be competitive year in, year out.
I think it's the opposite. I think this Lions team is really good and should be playing in the Super Bowl. Whereas I don't know yet.
You think Green Bay maybe just got hot?
If Green Bay, maybe they jumped the gun a little bit. Yeah. I think the Lions are better than the Packers, but I think it's close.
Yeah, I guess I'm anticipating that Jordan Love is going to carry it on into next season. And the Lions are a very good team. It's funny, though. I'm worried that maybe Jared Goff regresses.
Maybe, but...
who are you more confident in next season, Jared Goff or Jordan Love? Who would you rather have?
Probably Jordan Love.
It has to be Love, right?
But I think the Lions with Gibbs and Montgomery...
They're a more complete
Amon
team.
Ra, it's hard... It really is hard for Goff not to be decent enough.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So I guess we're pretty similar there, where the Vikings are 4 for everyone. There's a world where Chicago could get up there. I'm telling you. When they take Caleb Williams, they could be.
No. Then they go to 4. Then they go to 4.
If all the Chicago draft picks hit, and they're somehow able to figure out the offense. Like, there is a lot to like here. The thing is, they've just got the widest range of outcomes, I think, in the NFC North.
I would agree, but I believe they could be number one on this. They are a secret contender for the number one brightest future. In the
If they
NFC
take Williams, they're 4. If they
You're crazy.
if they stick with Fields,
I can't wait till we get to the draft. I mean,
same.
But you're placing another Bryce Young bet on this. I know you're so far seem to be right on Bryce, but
Oh yeah, I think Bryce Young is the worst ever. Caleb's
better than Caleb.
Caleb's better than Bryce Young.
Okay. All right. We'll see what happens. The Lions and Bears both have a lot of salary cap too. It's crazy the Lions have so much salary cap for a team that should be in the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah,
just nuts. But we'll have a lot more NFC North coverage as the offseason continues. Probably the week after the Super Bowl, or maybe the week following that, we'll do a NFC North roundup where we talk about all the team seasons, we'll break it down a little bit, and we'll continue that for each division throughout the offseason. And then we'll get into draft content. And just like that, training camp, boom, season starts. So it's closer than you think, even though we're not even done with the 2023 season.
it's right around the corner.
All right. So for Jack, Ziggy, thank you, Mrs. Bloomquist, for filling in for Zach today.
The best DP in the game.
We appreciate the commentary, too. The Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce commentary. Maybe Super Bowl parade in Kansas City. We'll have to get out there after they win. Maybe a little concert, too. Can you imagine that?
I would go.
Oh, no, she's in Australia after.
Oh, you're very on top of this.
Yes, I heard it today. That she's in Australia.
Could you?
Japan, here for the game, and back into Australia the next day.
She's incredible, isn't she, Taylor Swift?
So they'll lose. She'll fly to Australia. Travis Kelce will be pissed because he lost. And then she'll phone him from overseas and break up.
She has a
with
new
him.
album coming out, too. She announced that at the Grammys. It's like Poets or something.
Could you imagine
Poets.
a Travis Kelce breakup
Portrait
album and
Poets.
she wrote it in advance?
Oh, yeah. If they, well, we already did that. You could go look on our timeline.
Oh, yeah, I saw like 40,000 Instagram stories of the same picture.
You know what? Let me ask you, Jack. If let's pretend Taylor Swift performed at the Chiefs Super Bowl parade, how many times more attendance do you think they get?
At the parade?
Yeah.
Probably like 12 times than they normally would.
The city of Kansas City would be overrun.
That would.
Yeah.
Like you've seen The Walking Dead, you know those scenes where there's like the hordes of zombies like swarming through Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
That is what Kansas City would look like.
Now, let me tell you, that's why her narrative with Travis Kelce is interesting. Because when you have 12 times the amount of people who would show up,
it's not.
That's why it's
there are
interesting.
lots of people who
interesting.
care. I guess, again, I have no problem with it. It's just, I've never intentionally listened to a Taylor Swift song. I do not plan to. I like watching football. The music I listen to is much stranger than what Taylor Swift puts out. I'm not really all that interested.
My prediction is she gets with Brock Purdy after he wins the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll go on record to say that. That's my prediction.
So you're already sprinkling on
Young,
the next
good-looking dude in Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl.
Cougar phase.
Revenge story. And Swift's like, you know what? Like, he's a cute kid. He's a baller.
What am I doing with this
What
older
am I doing
guy?
with this weird dude with this beard? Let me go to Brock
I like
Purdy.
Travis Kelce. All right, let's wrap this up
Taylor and Brock.
before Ziggy turns off the computer.
Big blank Brock.
Oh yeah. Thank you for censoring that. All right, there you go, Ziggy.
Ziggy.
We will we'll see you guys for the Super Bowl prediction show. Wow, one game left. Sheesh. See ya.
Oh, he's back.